Hi everyone, it's Gayani with Inventive Mind. This is actually a video more about mindfulness and mental health. This is actually recorded in March 2020. In California, our governor just issued the lockdown, stay at home order yesterday because of the coronavirus, and I think a lot of us are feeling anxiety right now, and I thought I will get on the video because I am an extrovert, so I find this is kind of a little bit of a hard time for me because I'm used to going out there, I'm used to hanging out with friends, family, doing a lot of networking. And now, for the next 2 weeks, it's actually the order is for until I believe April 19th. We are asked to stay home, and there's a lot of uncertainty. And I think for introverts, this might be the perfect time. You're used to it, you're used to going, staying, and you like it. But in extroverts out there, I think it's a little difficult, and it's time to get used to it. But on the other hand, what I would just have a chat. This is more like a chat with the community out there that I'm trying to do. Just a little bit of background about me. I was a scientist before come to law school and becoming an attorney. I actually was at National Institutes of Health for 9 years. I was a postbac student. I did research in neuroinflammation, which is looking at COX-1, COX-2 pathway. This is basically inflammatory pathways. And then I started my graduate school with Johns Hopkins and NIH, and I was studying diabetes. Then I took a master's and came to law school. So I say to people, I spent about 13 years in science, biomedical research before I came to law. I did do biomedical research undergrad as well. I did cancer research. So I have I was in life science for quite a while before switching into law. And I think those tools have helped me to kind of understand what some of the research and some of the things that are getting out there right now about the coronavirus. But I'm not going to try to go into that because I think you want to listen to doctors on these topics. But I will go into a little more about mental health and mindfulness. So I do think, given that if you are able to stay home, you're not one of the healthcare workers or grocery store workers or delivery people who have to go into work, who are in the essential field, and we appreciate all of you who are putting your life in the line to deal with this and had to be out there. So I'm grateful, and I'm happy to do my part. So, and I think one of the things that really have helped me is meditations. I think even if your mind is racing, and there are times you're going to go into that fear because there's a lot of fear out there. There's social media have a lot of fear. There's a lot of uncertainty. And some of the numbers, what you hear from like other countries who are going through this and a little bit ahead of us, like Italy, is really scary and sad. So I think we could easily go into that and just see those images, see those stories, and go into real panic. But I think what we had to remember is by doing these kind of lockdowns and doing our part, we could help in the process. And to help in that process and help yourself, come up with a list of things you can do right now. If you I recommend like starting a gratitude journal. I do this whenever I'm going through something in my life and that is tough. I will sometimes do like 100 days of happiness, or my gratitude journal each day for at least 3 weeks. I will pick a time right before bed. It's one of the best time to do this. Write down 3 different things that you're grateful for in your life. And it could be really simple. It could be that you live in a place you get clean water, you have good air, the bed you're sleeping in, Like, it doesn't have to be something very materialistic. You could focus on the little things. The fact that you have a friend that you could call on, or you have a pet that's along with you. So there are things you could look into, that you could tap into. So reinforcing that really helps us, our brain, to stay calm, and I think that could be really useful. And I highly suggest doing meditation each day if you can. There are some resources about meditations that I am using. I will put down below as a link. I try to do meditations in the morning, and these days actually I'm doing meditations middle of the day as well as in the evening, because it's sometimes we need to bring it back to center and remember that we are safe and things are going to be okay. So meditations are important. And then if you have a business of your own and you're worried about your business, think about things you could do right now for your business. Even if you cannot be out there, make those plans you put away. Oh, like if there's books that you've been wanting to read that you haven't read, maybe it's time to pick up one of those books. And there are people, I know a lot of people are stuck at home with younger kids and they are like running around. There are some resources that you could go into, like Khan Academy have a lot of video courses online. A lot of the universities have a lot of courses online for free. These are free resources that could help you with the process. And think of it as a vacation time. You are asked to stay home for the better of our whole global community. So I think that's where I keep focusing on. I'm grateful for those people who are out there, and I'm grateful for doing to be able to do my part, because I'm grateful for my parents and their health. I'm grateful for my friends and family who are, some of them are in the healthcare field, so I do have that I'm grateful for the work they're doing, and they are in the front lines, and I'm able to do this. So I think we had to focus on that and do our part, because it is a very different type of challenge. I don't think a lot of people have went through this, and especially the younger generations. I don't think we have went through something like this. So I think it's important to remember, I know there are things you're missing out, there are things you couldn't do, wish you could do, but it's hopefully it's temporary, and that's where we had to focus on. And if we all do our part, I do think it could be a shorter thing versus a longer thing. So I do, this is my pitch and my talking about a little bit about what I am focusing on, because as an extrovert I do really miss being around people, and I actually been self-isolating myself for last few days, not because I'm sick or anything, but I do have asthma, so this coronavirus do attack lungs, so you're at a little bit of a higher risk. So I do think it's important to kind of focus on those and take care of yourself, do the things that are good for you, eat good food if you have ability. I know there's limitations on that, so hope everybody take care. Bye.